Hey, Margie TV, I need to flip you around. Red car. Flip you around, flip you around. Try and do it this way, okay? We are doing, Lady Panicets, what's in the bag? So, just a little summary. Mom and I had a little discussion. She said that now when we go to Pawabilities, you don't overspend your money and make sure that you think of others and get something for others. Now, I'll tell you right now, Rubber Rocker, my choices were very limited as far as music CDs. I did find a bunch of movies, and yes, there are some that are for my friends. Now, Mom's like, did you get something for somebody? My choices are very limited, and the thing is, a lot of my friends already have half the things I've seen and that are there. I wish I could have done a video, but there were too many people in the store, and I just didn't want to disturb anybody. So I'm just going to pull out whatever's in the bag, and this may be a long vlog, so hope you're ready for this, Gracia Garcia. So, hi, Dad's due day. I just looking at your name. Man, I miss you. So, hi, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Do you miss me? I miss you. So, tweeting my loves. We got Soul Surfer. Now, I keep thinking I have this in my room somewhere. I could be wrong. Let's check the disc quality. I only got this because it was Carrie Underwood. Ugh. Looks pretty good. All right. This, my friends, the reason why I have this stuff is because I've earned it. Now, I got Father's Day. Now, it's got Robin Williams and Billy Crystal, and I have a copy, but I'm not sure how great my copy is. So I was like, oh, Father's Day. So I always like Father's Day. Father's Day is a great comedy. Just to give you a heads up, I have lots of action, not that many comedies. So that's why I was like I need to build up a comedy. Now, push comes to shove, I could always give the copy to somebody else. You know. All right, let's move on because I got a lot to share with you. Now, I found this one down below, and they had this with TV series. Now, the others is not a TV series. It just happens to have a double disc inside. Because it's a 2-disc one. And I think the one I have only has 1 disc. Now, if push comes to shove, I can always keep this one and give the other one to somebody else, because that's what I might just do. Mom said I need to give, I will give. What else is in here? Okay, you're going to laugh. I got this because I've always wanted to see the original movie, and so I found the original Peter Pan. I found the original one. You remember that one? That's an old one. And it's still in plastic. That's always a beauty. I have another one that's in plastic too. Those who like music, I'm going to try and see if my neighbor can use it or not. If he can play. I found Dave Matthews Band, the videos 1994 to 2001. So Dave Matthews Band. So we'll see what happens if that works out. Next in the bag is my best friend's girl unrated. I swear I have this somewhere. If I have this one, this can be given away. And if I stack this too much, Rebel Rocker, nobody's going to see my face. So I am in my room, if you haven't figured that out. Let's see what else. Fields of Dreams. Now, I have this on VHS, but guess what? It has a copyright. And this is one of the ones I've been trying to get for the longest time. It's an old movie. It's pretty clean. Fortunately, I wanted to use because they have a punch card, and if you get so many, you get like a certain 10% off. unfortunately, I did not get it, and I have to wait until next time. But the good news is my mom got more books for the school, and I gave her the money, and she ended up, not only did she get a percentage off, but the lady also gave her the other book, the hardcover books, for free. So my mom saved $9. Actually, I did. So I also found this old one. It's a baseball movie. It's got Gina Davis. I love Gina Davis, and a Tom Hanks. And I've always been trying to find Tom Hanks movie. Unfortunately, it was only the first one. It's A League of Their Own. Because didn't they make a second one? I thought they made a second one. So I got a baseball movie, and guess what? There's another baseball movie in here too somewhere. Like I told you, a lot of comedy and stuff. The Time Traveler's Wife. I have a feeling that this movie is down in my mom's room. I keep thinking about it, and I was looking at the title. I said, I know I've seen that somewhere. I know that I've seen that somewhere. I have a feeling I got that from my mom. I'll have to go double check, and I'll let you know in my next upload whether that's downstairs. So we'll just put that in that pile. Like I said, I also found some Blu-rays. My mom was laughing at me because I always calls this Downtown Abbey, and she says, no, it's called Downton Abbey. So that's what I got that, and I figured, well, it's got a DVD with it, so then my mom could watch it, and then so there. Now I also found X-Men. Now I have a copy of X-Men. I know my lighting is probably not that great. I tried. But I really should have sat in the chair. All right, let's move to another location. Okay. All right. Now I'll put you in my phone stand. That's better. Hey, look! You can say hi to Tweety, my loves. Look! You can say hi, Tweety, my loves. Isn't that cool? Anyways, so in my thumbnail, I was trying to take a picture. My mom's, we were going by, and apparently there's a Fort Mill museum, and I wanted to take a picture of the building, and Mom said, "No, I'm moving, Jeff. The light's green." I said, "Oh crap!" And so I was timing it, and then I ended up taking a picture, and and I looked at the picture. I said, "Whoa, I have a hottie in my picture." So that's the thumbnail. Yeah, so X-Men. I have a copy of it, but my copy is not 100% great. But I figured, let's get the original. Let's see what the quality is. Quality's not too bad. No, because if the disc has scratches in it, you use some pledge and you get a cloth and you buff it. I showed you in the past. So don't say I never showed you, because I have shown you in the past. We'll put this over here. All right, what else is in the bag? A Harrison Ford movie. I was like, oh, this is cool. Hopefully, I don't already own it. It's called Crossing Over. It's got Ray Liotta. Man, that guy died. I didn't believe he died. I was shocked. Jim Sturgis, and Ashley Judd. So I'm going to do my research and make sure I don't have this. If I do, you know the deal. I give it away. Now, I thought this would be cool. I recorded this off TV when I was in Florida, when I was visiting my dad when my dad was alive, and I got a copy of it. It's a Tim Burton, and it's called 9. So I'm going to do my research and make sure I don't have the original of that too. Because a lot of times, I'll go to Pawabilities, and that's good. And I'll say, I don't think I have that. And then after I get it, and I come home, and then I find out, oh, I already have it. Here's a football movie. I know I have this on VHS, and it has a copyright, because you can't dub it. It's Remember the Titans. Remember that movie? So I said, oh, okay. This will go good with my Denzel Washington collection. So I did that. We'll put that with the X-Men. All right. Now, this movie's cool. I have this movie on VHS. I don't think I have it on DVD. So, as good as it gets. It's good as it gets. You know? Giveland TV is as good as it gets. So, don't step over the crack. So, let's check the quality. Looks good. And I will do my research to make sure I don't have it on DVD already. We'll put that in that mystery pile. All right. Moving on. Now, I know I don't have this. And I like Ryan Reynolds. I don't know about you, but I think Ryan Reynolds is cool. And he's funny. So I got this one called Definitely Maybe. No, I definitely did get it, but maybe I haven't. No, I definitely got it. No, I definitely got it. No, definitely maybe. No, I definitely maybe I got it because I did. That for $2. Let's see how it is. Man, she is so young. Oh, Abigail Breslin. Do you remember her from Zombieland? I got Zombieland in there too. Oh. Needs to be cleaned. So we're going to put this in where it has to be clean floor pile. I'm sure they all do. All right, next one. I told you I had another baseball movie. I was trying to find the first one, and unfortunately, they didn't seem to have it. So Major League 2. So here you know what the rules about that is. The rules about it is you cannot watch it until you get the first one. That's the rules. My rules. You can own it, but you can't watch it. Why? Why would you want to watch the second movie if you don't have the first one? Hey. But it's in good shape. And I am trying to collect Charlie Sheen movies because I only have a very few Charlie Sheen movies. Yep. What else? Robin Hood Men in Tights. Now, I watched that on Tubi. But I've never owned that. So I was really happy, and I found it and still in plastic. That's always a fun one to watch. So that one's good. All right. Now, we go into the Blu-ray. Now, I own these. So the plan is, I have two suggestions. I give the ones that I have on DVD if these play okay. So I have the movie Next with Nicolas Cage. I got another one with Nicolas Cage, Bangkok Dangerous, which is excellent. I also got Ninja Assassin, which I also own on DVD. And so, like I said, if my Blu-rays... Oh, I don't like the case. If the Blu-rays are in good condition, I will give the other ones to my friend. I'll give it to you, but how? Are you coming over tomorrow? Okay, well, if you're coming over tomorrow, I'll give it to you. I also picked up Parker. Parker is cool. Now, I think my friend has it because I think I got it for him. So, because I have a very limited of Blu-rays. Now, I don't like the... There's a little smudge mark on there. I'll have to clean it. Because if you look down here, I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. But... Down here, on only this shelf here, and then there's a few dead on the far end, but this is my Blu-ray right here. I don't think you'd see it, but so be it. All right. So the next one, I also have. I told you about Zombieland, so I also got that. So if my friend doesn't have Zombieland, I'll get that to him. But I don't. I think he might have it, so that's that. Now, we're going to go into the music CDs. I told you that the choices were very limited, and unfortunately, there is no heavy metal groups. No heavy metal. So, there are two CDs that I actually picked. I have no idea who they are. Sometimes they do that, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just give it a try and see what they're like. The one CD is nice. You'll see what I'm talking about. So, first one that I have no idea who it is. I just thought, hey, they might be interesting. They're called PC3 Paul Coleman Truman Trio. Who are they? I don't know. We'll find out what they sound like one of these days. And maybe a little local. I don't know. They need to be cleaned. So, that's that. Now, this is the one I took a chance and I said, oh, this is nice. She may be a country singer. She may be a hip-hop singer. I really don't know. You tell me. Her name is Danielle Peck. Do you know who she is? I don't know. What do you think? You think I made a good choice? Yeah. I opened it up and I saw that. Wow. Reminds me of a cross between Michelle and Len. You know, like if you smushed them together. Just kidding. But she is hot. I give you that. So, who knows? I might actually love it. We'll see what happens. All right, now we'll go into some of the people that artists that you probably do know. And I had never owned any of this guy. I never owned him on cassette, never owned him on CD, but Michael McDonald. And Margie, you might know some of the songs on here, but I don't know if there's anything on here that might sound familiar. I'll look over it, and if there's something in there, I'll let you know. But yeah, Michael McDonald. So this must be a newer one because it came out in 2003. I was kind of looking for his 80s stuff, the 90s, but see what happens. We'll put that over here because we know what that is on that side. Now, I totally missed this. You know, when I first went into the store, I was disappointed. I was really disappointed. And you know what other thing I forgot? I forgot to say hi to the kitty cat. And the guy in the store, the guy in front of us when we walked in the door was talking about some bump on the rug. And I don't know what the hell he was talking about. And I totally missed the cat because I said to Mom, I said, where's the cat? They usually have a cat in the store. And Mom says, didn't you see the cat up front in the cage? I'm like, no. And it's because that guy distracted me. And so I missed the cat. So anyways, so I only found the one CD that I said, oh, they got this CD, which is not in my hands. Let's see if I can find that one that I went, oh. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, must be this one. Now, you know what? I have a bad feeling I probably already have this one, but U2, the Joshua Tree. I'm going to do my research and make sure that I don't have this one. If I have it, you know the deal. I give it away to my friend. Even if he does not like it. So. Anyways, actually there's two in here. I got a couple females. So the first one I found was Vanessa Williams, The Sweetest Day. Hopefully, I don't have that one. And then I found Vanessa Williams, The Greatest Hits, The First 10 Years. You know, I had to go, I'm going through the wall, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm like, no. Ah! No. Ah! No. Cool! So, so that's that. So yeah, Vanessa Williams' Greatest Hits. Because that's like, man, there's a lot of stuff on here. Like, I'm trying to find the first one that has the right stuff. And she goes, dreaming, running back to you, the comfort zone, save the best for last. Hey, Margie. And sweetest days, bet you never, open your eyes, you can fly. Woo! Love is a duet with Brian McKnight, Colors of the Wind. Where do we go from here? My flame. Ooh, yeah. So, but you know, that's like I said, that's great hits. Quality. Ooh, it needs to be cleaned. See, if you don't take care of your CDs and you're just like tossing them around, and I already heard that one. You need to take care of your disc. You know, you hold it up from the sides. Don't touch the screen because that's how it gets messed up. So we got a twofer. And you know, the other day I was just thinking about this artist, and I was like, man, I haven't heard anything from her lately. And there's 2 discs in it. Christina Aguilera, Back to Basics. So I was like, hey. And I said, there's 2 CDs in here. I'm like, cool. So let's see how it is. Definitely needs to be cleaned. There's some kind of mark on there. Yeah. You know why you gotta clean them? So they play. Yes. Do you ever have like CDs like that? You're like, oh man. The second one's not too bad. There's a little smudge print on there, but yeah, that definitely has to be cleaned. I told you I like other kind of music, not just hard rock, not the hard metal, but I like all stuff. Just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Now, I found this. Now, I have a couple CDs of her. Hopefully, I don't have this one because it don't look familiar. Michelle Branch. Now, I know you said these look like books. They're like books when you open up, but there are plastic cases, and they have CDs where you play music. So if you're a music person, you know what this is. Uh-oh. There is a scratch on there, but hopefully I can clean it. I don't really like that one. Don't like that scratch. But at least I have the good one. You know, if you ever watched that movie with Mel Gibson, What Women Want, and he does that, I'm a bitch, I'm a lover. That's Michelle Branch, I believe. Quote unquote, I believe. I think that's her. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. And that's why I found this old one. And I don't know if I know any of the songs, but I know the name. Some of you might know who it is. Pet Shop Boys. Does that ring a bell? And so I was like, oh, okay. So whoever owned the U2 probably had this one as well. So I think I have a Pet Shop Boys, but I know for a fact I don't have this one. And it definitely needs to be cleaned. They definitely have to be cleaned. I haven't checked all the movies, but there's some, see, this is what I was really excited about, was Michael W. Smith. But of course, you know what? Whoever put the cover in here didn't put it in right. Because, when you fold it up, you're supposed to see the artist, not the words. But like I said, this time I was rather disappointed. I was hoping to find some 80s metal. Sometimes they would have some hard stuff. This definitely needs to be cleaned. This is like the first Michael W. Smith I ever owned on cassette. And a lot of you probably know this one because it has I Will Be Here For You. I played that. You heard that song at one time when I said I added your picture, Tweenie My Loves. I know you heard of it. Now this was an extra one. This one was an extra CD that I saw, and I said, hey. Because they mixed it up with the computer games. And that's not a game. This is the music one. So it's called Ultimate Sports Mix. And so that's that one. It's got Cyrus. And it has Get Ready For This. We Will Rock You. Dance to the Music. This is How We Do It. Boom, Boom, Boom. The Bomb, Whoop, There It Is, it's tag team. Hot, Hot, Hot. YMCA, obviously, it's probably the Village People. It's supposed to be. Shout, na, 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 hey, hey, kiss him goodbye. You know that one. We Are the Champions. Now, hopefully this is the real artist. It's not one of those fake artists, you know what I mean? So that's it. That's what's in the bag. So that's it. Did you have fun watching? See? And what's nice about the paper bag is 2 paper bags. Don't you love paper bags? Oh, actually, my mom needs the paper bags because she always puts the cardboard in that we put in recycling. So, got the little bag and you got the big bag. And you bag it. And you bag it good. And you bag it, and you bag it, and you bag it good. So, nah, it's just, Mom was like saying, you need to, and that's the other thing she had said to me is that, you have to be careful of what you get because, if my mom goes and I have to move somewhere, a lot of the stuff I might have to get rid of. But I'm praying that I don't have to move and that my buddy will end up moving in. He'll pick his room and we'll have to organize things so he can get his stuff in there. But it just a lot of things I have to think about. I mean, this Blu-ray set probably was not even worth it. There was 3 other ones. They had Life of Pets 2, which I already have. They also had Sherlock Holmes, which I already have. But I just thought if I got these on Blu-ray and my friend didn't have them, I would give him the original. But that's if these play right. If they do not play right, I'll keep the cases, and because I can always use cases for something. But you know what? I don't think my Zombieland has the digital copy. So you got the Blu-ray version, and then you got the regular one, the other one. So go figure, right? There were some other things I saw. I mean, I saw they had 24, which I have all the 24 seasons. Those who are familiar with 24. They had Sex in the City, which somewhere I have a Sex in the City, but I think it's the movie. I don't have a TV series. And I don't think it was the first season. Oh, that's right. I think it was like the 5th season. And the thing is, if I'm going to get something like that, I would prefer to have it from like this one. And that way you can go up. I'm actually trying to find the other lost ones. See, I have this one. I'm trying to find the other set because I think is there 8 seasons? I can't remember. But it would be nice. You know what else I saw that was kind of cool? Which I was always tempted to get it. But I said, nah, I won't get it. I probably will watch it once. Survivor. You remember the TV series Survivor? They had season 1 on there. And I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. But I didn't get it. So I just, like I said, it was one of those things where you probably would watch it one time. And then I'm actually to that point. I've actually got to that point in age where you watch it the one time and then you have to watch it again. But there's certain movies that I love watching over and over and over and over again. And I never get bored. I never get bored of them. Like for me, I love watching the Deadpool. I love Green Lantern. I don't care what anybody says. I think Green Lantern is cool. And you think about it, if you watch Green Lantern was actually his push to go and do the Deadpool. So, I mean, that was like his jump start. I don't know. I don't know what else you're gonna call it. I'm trying to figure out where I put that one. Oh, right there. That's the one I have to clean. I was sitting at my desk earlier and I just felt like I don't think I have enough light over here, so that's why I decided to go over here, but I'm going to make sure I don't have that one. I don't think I do, though. I don't think I do. I always seem to find the comedies. I never really find too much action. I think, like I said, the only one that was the action one was this Crossing Over. And I'm going to look over to make sure that I don't already have it. Because it's possible it could be in one of those mixed ones. And like I said, a lot of the movies I saw were already have or just wasn't interested in. I mean, they had a whole bunch of G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra, and they had one G.I. Joe, Redemption. And I thought, well, maybe I'll get that from my friend. But no, my friend, he already has it because he's a G.I. Joe fan, just like I am. But the X-Men, like I said, I thought that would be cool because considering I did that with Blade. Yeah, I did that with Blade because I had Blade original on copy. And then I had found it in plastic that was not even bought. Thank goodness. Where is it? Uh-oh. Hold that thought. Oh, I saw this there too. I have it. So I saw that, and I was like, well, I don't need to get that. I was looking for Waterworld because I think I have that here. What is that one? Is that it? Uh-oh. No, I don't think that's it. I think that is a. Okay, that's a copy of Starship Troopers. I thought I had. All right, it's probably not on this side. It's probably on the other side. I also did see. I saw this one over there. Yeah, saw that one. Now the question is, you're supposed to ask me, how many do you own? A lot. Considering, if you were to look through my room, you would see that I have things that I've actually copied off TV. This says Hell's Kitchen, and then Hot Jillian, yeah, because I thought Jillian was hot. So You Think You Can Dance is also on here. So, which is one of these days I'm going to sit here and go through all the stuff that I got off television and start watching them, right? Because you're like, you have all those things, but do you ever watch them? No. No, I mean, I have. This one's called the Jeff Whatever disc. See, that's one thing I haven't showed you. I haven't gone through all these to show you all the artwork that I did for these covers. Now, the reason why this is called the Whatever disc is because it's, got different things on here. It's got Hogan's Knows Best. It's got The Amazing Race on here. It's got According to Jim. Rock of Love is on here. Do you remember Rock of Love? But Bret Michaels. Yeah, that's on here. And this is Hot Girls, of course. You can't go wrong with Hot Girls. Unless you're into hot... Oh, yeah, they also had Jurassic Park, They had Jurassic Park. But see, I got the whole set. So... And then they also had Batman, The Dark Knight. At least about 3 of those. They had one Dark Knight Rises. But like I said, most of the action movies I already have. So it's like... And, there's a lot of comedy. I mean, I have a list. I'm not sure where I put it. But I have a list that has all the movies that I'm hunting for. And, Oh, I forgot to show you something. I'll save it for the next upload. But I have something I want to show you. But it's cute and adorable. But we'll wait for the next time. Because I think it'll be much more interesting if it was in the beginning of my video. Yeah, I think so. But, like I said, for me, if I ever buy a part 2 to something, and I thought I saw the first one there. I thought I saw it, and I said, nah. And I put it away, because you got the whole thing going through what Mom said to me, the big speech and everything, and I'm like, I had my basket, I only had 2 items in there. I think it was 1 CD and 1 movie, and then I had to, because you gotta go through when they have stuff in the store. You really got to be careful what you're going through, because you might just pass something. Yeah, I think it was just the Michael W. Smith CD. I think it was just this, and what movie was it? I'm trying to remember which one it was. Probably one of the first ones I grabbed. Oh, the Robin Hood one. So like I said, I started off with just this, and then I just stood there for a little longer. And sometimes you got like they have them on the shelf like this, right? Sometimes you need to pull it out and actually look at it to see if that's what it is. Because trust me, one time I remember going to this place called not Scooters, Woody's Music, and when my dad was alive, he drove me down there, and they had this sale outside because Dad, happened to know, or I forgot how he heard about it, and said that they had a sale. And I was trying to find this group called I Mother Earth, and it was the second CD, And I went to get that, and I looked in the looked in the case, and it wasn't that CD. I said, I don't want to get that. I'm actually, I do have that though. It's over there. It's a soundtrack, and I said, I'm not interested in that. And then so I went through and I found another one, and so I ended up buying that one. Guess what? Yes, that same soundtrack was in the second disc as well. I was like, ugh. So I got stuck with this one called Highway. Is that Highway? Something. It has like Marilyn Manson. So I think it's over there. I gotta see how much juice I have anyway, because I don't want to see that I got cut off. There it is. Unfortunately, Margie TV, they do not have that Woody's Music doesn't show CDs anymore. Of course, they're not in Rock Hill anymore. They moved to a different location. I think they went to TKK. So, yeah, so that's what I ended up getting at that time. And then my neighbor, who I always worked for, I asked him if he would look up the name of the songs for this, and that's what he did. He printed out all the name of the songs that are on here. So, but this wasn't part of this set. This was from years ago when my dad was alive, like I said, and I was trying to find this group called Our Mother Earth, called Scenery and Fish, and I've always loved that album. So what I'm going to have to do in time, I'm going to have to go on Amazon and see if I can find that album. I could show you the cassette tape. Matter of fact, you can come with me. Just don't fall down, okay? It's very hot outside, just so you know. Aren't you having fun taking a walk with me? Let's see if we can find it. You see it? I mean, it's in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Because it's on cassette. You see it? So that's what I was trying to obtain on CD. My goal, before I die, is to get all these on CD.